Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Borussia Dortmund's run in the Champions League has come to an end. Their amazing performance tonight was not enough for them to stay in the competition. The game ends 3-1 on the night and 5-3 on aggregate as Barcelona qualify for the semi-finals of the Champions League. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, this game was completely different than what we witnessed last week. Borussia Dortmund was simply amazing. I said it in my prediction as well. I said it last week as well, and I said this week as well. That Dortmund are, this season they have been so inconsistent. You just don't know which Dortmund is gonna turn up. Either they are gonna be spectacular, or they are gonna be, abysmal. They were abysmal in the first leg, but tonight they was spectacular. I mean, they were. The way that they played the game, the way they took the game to Barcelona, I think Barcelona were quite surprised. I've said this before. Barcelona are not that good. I'm not gonna, I don't think, the thing about this Champions League this year, I'll be very honest, there is not one single team who I think is the clear-cut favorite. Any team can beat anyone in this moment of time, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think that is why the competition is so interesting at the moment. There's no clear-cut favorite going into the last four, and that is very unique this year. And the way that Borussia Dortmund took the game to Barcelona, and Barcelona, it felt like they really did not expect Borussia Dortmund to come at them like this. They expected some sort of fight back. It is their home stadium, and they want to make a comeback. They want to do something historic. But I don't think that Barcelona expected them to come out guns blazing and having a go at them, and I think Borussia Dortmund, the way they started early on, I mean, I think Adam Ademi had a great game. The way that he moved the ball, the way that he controlled the game was really good. Garisi, I mean, what a game he had. He scored a hat-trick, but he was not able to take his team to the next round. And I think the way that they moved the ball today, that was a main point. I will say they did not have that much possession today as well. I think, of course, you are playing against Barcelona always are going to have a lot of possession. But I think the chances that they created with not having the ball, with not having that much ball, the way they hit, Barcelona on the counter attack tonight. I mean, they were really good at it. Szczesny made 3 or 4 really good saves that kept Barcelona in the game. If not for him, he gave away the penalty, the first penalty for Garisi to go ahead and score. Which, being an Arsenal fan, knowing Szczesny, like, you expect things like from him. He is gonna make those stupid mistakes. He could be brilliant for 80 to 85 minutes, and then he can go ahead and make some stupid mistake like that. He has given so many penalties in his career. He has done it for us, and he has done it for other teams as well. So it is expected from him. He gives away that penalty, but after that, as I said, he made 3 or 4 good saves that kept Barcelona in the game. And I think that was the main reason that they did not end up going into the extra time. Unfortunately for Borussia Dortmund, they were playing really good. They are 2-0 up. They go into the first half 1-0. They come back in the second half. They score early on. They make it 2-0. The crowd is with them, and then that own goal comes in. I think that really derailed their momentum. If that own goal doesn't come in, I think there would have been a chance where we might have seen Dortmund go ahead and score 4 goals. But that own goal really derailed them. Garisi goes ahead and scores his third. And I would say that all the 3 goals were really good, even though the first penalty was a penalty, but I still think it was a really good penalty. Panenka, it was a really good goal. Second goal, a header. A third goal, again a good finish from Garisi. It finishes a 3-1, and I would say Borussia Dortmund deserve to win tonight. Did they deserve to win overall? I think that is debatable. It is just that Barcelona were really good in their home game, and Borussia Dortmund were really good in their home game. But Barcelona were, Barcelona took their chances, and Dortmund were not able to take their chances. When the first leg finished, the scoreline 4-0, I said that is going to be really hard, even though Dortmund are. Even though Dortmund are going to play really good, they are going to try, and they can go ahead and score the 4 goals. I said it my predictions this week as well, that even though Dortmund, I expect Dortmund, Dortmund can go ahead and score 4 goals, but Barcelona, you cannot expect Barcelona to not score goals. And even though they did not score, themselves, it was an own goal, but you just have it. Barcelona have so much talent. They have so many players who can make create magic from nothing. So you expected Barcelona to somehow score a goal, and that one goal, to be very honest with you, in my opinion, that basically ruined Dortmund's momentum, and that stopped them, because They were 2-0 up. They were in their mind they had to score 2 goals in about 30 to 35 minutes. That one goal comes in, and that then it increases from 2 goals. It becomes 3 goals. It becomes even more harder. It is sort of a heartbreaking performance, heartbreaking thing for Dortmund, especially I would say for Garici. I mean, to score a Champions League hat trick in a Champions League qualifier, quarterfinal, sorry, and then to see your team get out, that doesn't really happen that often. So it was a very weird night for Garici, if I'm being very honest with you. But overall, if you look at it, I think Barcelona have been the better side in the tournament. I mean, they were like they were second in the league phase, and then the way they have played the knockout rounds, I think they deserved. Overall, I would say Barcelona were the better side over the 2 legs, and they deserve to go through into the next round. They are now going to wait, and they are going to see who they are going to face. It could be Inter or Bayern, one of those two sides. I think that game is going to be very, very interesting at tomorrow night. So Barcelona, they are in the next round, and in my opinion, in tonight's game, I really don't think like they really did not do that much. They did not. I would say that they maybe thought that they have already done enough in the first leg, so they did not want to attack, and especially the way that Dortmund were playing, the way they were attacking. I think Barcelona just wanted to make sure that they don't, in the search of going ahead and trying to score, they don't give away the goals and reduce their lead, because if Dortmund scored 2 goals in the first half, then mentally with the crowd behind them, the things could have gotten out of hand for Barcelona. So they made sure that they don't really give away early goals. They gave one early goal, but they made sure that they don't concede that many goals in that first half. They did not create that much, as I said. I think they had like 2 shots on target, one from Rafinha. I think that was the closest one that they came, and the goalkeeper saved it, and then the own goal, of course. And even if you look at own goal, it was nothing really special. A cross was coming in. Probably the goalkeeper was gonna come in and correct it, but it was a bad luck for Dortmund, that the ball went in from their own one of their own players, and that sort of shifted the game's momentum. And after that, I don't think Dortmund were really able to come back into the game. They were not really able to recover. Before that, it was looking like that Dortmund might go ahead and do something special. Unfortunately for them, their run comes to an end, and they now need to make sure in the league phase, in the league, that they qualify for the Champions League yet again. It is going to be a tough task with so many teams are trying to come into the Champions League. I think there are 5 teams with a 5 or 6 point difference are trying to get into the Champions. So it's going to be very hard for Niko Kovac and his side to come into the Champions League this next year again. But for this time around, they are out. And congratulations to Barcelona. They have qualified for the Champions League as semi-final, and now they wait to see whether they are going to play Inter or Bayern Munich. That is for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Dortmund's performance, what you guys thought of Barca's performance, and do you think Barcelona have it in them to go all the way and win it, or do you think they are going to be stopped in the semi-final by either Bayern Munich or Inter Milan? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of this season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.